Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Jack and I are out there doing one cast today. It's Wednesday the 14th of August. I'm just above Fall Creek. There's Fall Creek. And I'm going to fish, it's kind of a cream color mega worm on a jig head. 7X tippet, about almost 5 foot deep under an indicator. I'm going to fish along this riprap. Got cloudy skies today, but it's supposed to clear up later today and get up to about 90. It's very pleasant right now. A little bit of breeze every once in a while. And we don't have the sounds of nature today. We have the sounds of power washing and some other kind of construction going on there. I really thought about throwing a zebra midge today, but not a lot of midging going on. I don't know. I threw it yesterday, so. I definitely had a bite, but he didn't take it. This bank typically has brown trout on it. That's kind of why I wanted to fish it, because browns, for some reason, really like mega worms. Fish on the second cast. And he's probably be a legal fish up here above Fall Creek. He's 12 or less, maybe. These jig heads have very good barbs on them. I really need to bend them down. They've got kind of an angle to them, so I can't just flip the fish off. Okay, got a little wake there. I'm fishing about 20 feet off the bank. Again, you can use the spin cast easily doing this. Those guys that just went by me are going to hit the gravel bar. Big time. Right up the shallow side. There, it just hit. They're probably going to have to get out and push the boat. If you're going to fish Taneycomo, you really need to know what the lake is up here. You can't. I did that on the White River one time. A long time ago, I had an old Ranger bass boat with a 90 horse on it, and I was down in the White Hole area. I was with Roland Duffield, and the river really looked clear from where I was to the boat ramp, and we were ready to go, and I thought, well, I'm just going to put it up on plane and get there. Oh my word. I'm really surprised my motor didn't come off the transom. I hit so hard, and it was not gravel. And this lake from Fall Creek up, it's a river. I mean, it's got gravel bars, it's got channel. It's even got some places below Fall Creek that you got to know about. Don't tell me it's going to be a first cast day. I don't know what those fish think that mega worm is, but they sure like it. Oh. Even the big fish. It's really weird. I should say maybe especially the big fish. They're working on that house. They're building a house back. It's almost behind Eagle Island, building it up on concrete stilts. That's what that beeping sound is. I'm pretty sure they're hauling in a rock or something. They're doing some excavation. Uh-oh. Yeah, good. We're getting a little breeze out of the south. Feels good. We're back to our humid weather. It's not as dry as it Has been. Got a really good chop now. I like to throw that mend in the line upstream or upwind so that the neither the current or the wind drags that float. I really don't want it dragging. I want it as straight down from the float as possible. Really seems like those fish don't like it when it's being drug. I really thought those fish would turn on when that wind picked up, and not yet. Oh no, Phil. Come on. You set the hook way too hard. I really don't think I need 7X. I could probably use 6. And I broke off at the splice, so I'm going to put 6X back on. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Tight on 6X. A little bit heavier tippet. And a chartreuse mega worm. Kind of a light chartreuse. Maybe I can catch the fish with the cream color mega worm in its mouth. Got about the same depth, maybe just a tad deeper. The bite on these, sometimes it's just a kind of vibration of the float where he's just coming up and sucking on that worm. And the other bite is when it is the float's pulled down real slow. Like he's got a hold of it, but he's not doing anything with it. It just gets kind of pulled down just a little bit. They usually have it when they're doing that. When they're just ticking it, usually they don't have it. They just have the end of the worm. Ah. Jeremy Hunt, he's the one that pretty much told me about the mega worm. He said those fish will eat that worm as soon as it finishes its fall. I've kind of noticed that a little bit. Like when it's dropping, they're not eating it. They're maybe watching it until it stops dropping, and then it's like, okay, time to eat. That's why I don't really let it set in one place very long. I'll move it after it sits there for about a minute. And because of the material, it's not a real heavy jig head, but because of the material, that baby yarn, it sinks really, really slow. Oh, got wrapped around my tip. I couldn't tighten it. That was weird. That float went under too. Must be testing the sirens. That stinks. Let's see. Still. Yep. Had a good bite, and I could set the hook. tapped it. Ooh, that was a nice fish. Right up by the boat ramp. Saw the head and the tail come out of the water. Oh, no excuses there. Float went under. It's weird. I'm going to move the float up. About 3 feet. I'm going to throw in a little closer to the bank, in where I saw that fish, close to the boat ramp. Well, that wasn't the fish, but I'll take him. A little bigger fish, about 13. Try that again. Ah. Let's try that again. Turn the camera a little bit more this way. Oh, he hit it on the drop. I wasn't ready for him. gonna throw in a lot closer to the bank there. Oh, hit it pretty good. Got him. I think I might just do this along the bank. Just fish a lot closer and shallower. Nice fish. About the same as last one. 13. It's a male. Got the big old hook jaw going. A little bit. It's kind of what I was doing yesterday with the zebra midge, coming in pretty close to the bank and fairly shallow water. I can see the fish. I can't see them here, but is that a bite or is that? No, that's the waves. It's a little bit different bank where this is actually quite a bit steeper, drops off quicker. Not a ton of action on the mega worm, but certainly enough for me. Missed several bites, broke one off. That was fun. I like it when the fish bite. I don't know if you noticed, but direct correlation between that chop and getting a bite and no chop and no bite. So it works. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.